What is going on, everybody? Our Country here, and welcome to an episode of Underappreciated Games. Today we talk about a game a lot of us passed up on because of Capcom's really weird and dumb decision to change the characters' designs. That game being Devil May Cry's reboot, better known as DMC. It's weird it's called DMC. Is it called Devil May Cry, Devil May Cry? It's kind of like a weird naming thing to do for your reboot. Anyways, so I'm a big fan of the Devil May Cry series. Hell, I even watched the anime. So when Capcom announced that there's reboots DMC with a new Dante design, I was hella pissed off, much like the rest of the community when the game Devil May Cry, and I didn't even touch this game until now. This game came out on last gen consoles in 2013 and 2015 on current gen systems. It's now 2017, and I'm just now playing it because, just like a lot of the fans of the series, I was upset with Capcom's decision to change Dante, and I still am. Capcom shouldn't have redesigned Dante, and definitely shouldn't have given him this emo punk style. If they want to do a reboot, you can do that. It's perfectly fine to do a reboot, but you don't have to entirely change up the character's design in order to just do a reboot. You can do like minor changes, like think of Tomb Raider. When they changed up Lara Croft, they just made very minor changes. They just changed up her outfit and changed up some like her body frame. That's basically it. They didn't change up how she looks herself. They didn't change up how Lara Croft mannerisms are. They changed up Lara Croft herself. They just changed up, like I said, her frame and her outfit. That's it. You could do the same thing here with Dante. You could just changed up his outfit, and that's basically it. You didn't have to make him this emo punk Dante. But in ignoring this game, I passed up on playing something enjoyable. This isn't a good game. It's a very, very, average game, but it's also really enjoyable. Has some very cool level design and unique boss fights. I mean, you get to literally fight a giant digital head in a news broadcasting kind of setting, where you enter his eyes and you are fighting miles of enemies with a viewpoint of the chopper cam for like a news network. It's a very unique boss fight, and this game has a lot of, easy boss fights, but they're also very unique and good boss fights. And this game itself is, as I said, it's not a great game, but it's not a bad game, and it's definitely better than what I expected it to be. It's a pretty cool, and I have to give it to Capcom for doing something like the unique boss fights in this game. And at its core, this is still a Devil May Cry game, regardless of whether or not we enjoy the Dante character. And you know what? And I recommend playing this game if you haven't played it already. I'm not the best at Devil May Cry games, but I do get the job done when it comes to, just beating them. Now, this is probably the easiest of the series. It does feel like a dumbed down version of the franchise. But with that said, there is multiple difficulties you can play on that you can go from when it comes to like easy to normal to the insanely hard difficulties in the game. So it's not like it's entirely a cakewalk. It just depends on what difficulty setting you're actually playing on. But for what is here with this game, it's enjoyable, and since it's rather old now, it's pretty cheap, and it's a part of Xbox Game Pass, which is which is how I played it. Game Pass allows you to play games that you would typically ignore and not really buy, and you can see if they're good or worth playing through this Game Pass. Like I said, it's a Netflix kind of thing, so you can pay $9 a month or get some codes for it, and you get to basically just play a catalog of games. And Devil May Cry is one of those games you get to play in the current category. So with that, if you're on Xbox, get Game Pass and try it out. For games like Devil May Cry and Mad Max and things like that. And if you're a fan of Devil May Cry, get past the shitty Dante design and play this game. It isn't that bad. And when you're done, jump to Devil May Cry 4, which is current gen as well, so you can get the old school Dante. And there are also a lot of skins in this game that give Dante the jacket and the white hair. And regardless of which, spoiler alert, he does get white hair at the end of the game regardless. So, if your argument is he doesn't have white hair, then that's kind of a mute point. It's not that bad. And once you get through the majority of the game, you get used to the current Dante. Again, he's not the old Dante. He's not, a good character per se. But, you get past, you get used to him. He grows on you as you play the game. I'll link an overview from Angry Joe both attached to this video and in the description box below. He gives a pretty good review on the game, ranging from not liking the character design to just enjoying the game. I definitely recommend you watching it if you haven't already seen it. He's a pretty big YouTuber, so it's a good chance you've already seen it. If you haven't already, check it out. It's very, it's a fair review. He goes back and forth between, what I'm saying in this video about how, the character design stopped us from playing the game. But once you get past that, you start to actually enjoy the game itself. And again, what's there is actually enjoyable to play. If you haven't played this game, I definitely recommend you playing it. This game is surprisingly good, and it's one of those games where it has no right to be as good as it actually is. Now, I and many other fans of the series wanted this game to be trash because, it's not the original Dante. But the thing is, it's not trash. Regardless of it not being Dante or being Dante, is relevant. It's not a bad game. To Capcom, just bring back the old Dante. You know, that's really the biggest reason this game tanked. Yeah, it's still an average game, but a lot of people, including myself, turned away from this game because the Dante redesign. You know, you can definitely just, say, okay, we fucked up. We didn't mean to design Dante this poorly, and, and just do a better job. You can still do this origin kind of thing with Dante, where he grows into the Dante we're used to. So you can still kind of do some kind of redesigns with the character. Just the bring back the old Dante personalities is more so what I want to see. Dante in this game is, just like I said, the emo punk thing is just not a good look. So bring back the old school Dante's mannerisms and his ideals and how he acts. Same thing comes to like Virgil. Virgil in this game is a dick. He's not an honorable guy like he is in the original series. So bring back Virgil's actual mannerisms and his personality. Outside of that, you can change up the way they're designed. Just don't go overboard with that. With all that said, as if for me, hope you all enjoyed this video. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you all for watching. Peace out.